Welcome back to the show, all you tart lovers out there. This one is for you. So recently I was scrolling through Instagram and found what seemed to be a brilliant and easy recipe for apple tarts. And I'm no dummy, so I enlisted the help of producer Suzie, and we are trying them out. Now, Suzie and I frequently trade things we find on the Insta-webs that are easy and fun to make.
Right.
That's
We're
how I
always sending
found
each other reels.
Yeah, we'll send each other reels. That's why I found the
Pizza
strawberry
flowers.
drink.
Oh, right.
That we made that one time.
And the pizza flowers.
The pizza flowers. I forgot about
those.
Those
Are so epic.
I gotta watch that. If you know what, go on our website, watch that segment again because the pizza flowers were really fun. But today we're making apple tarts that I found on the Insta-webs.
Yeah, so I think actually these are, I know, pretty easy because I just made some. So just a few ingredients actually. You just need honey, and you can use regular honey, but we're gonna use hot honey.
Okay.
And then you need apples. We'll slice those in a minute.
Okay.
And then you need puff pastry.
Okay.
And an egg.
Sheets, yeah.
The sheets, and then a little egg for an egg wash, and then we're gonna add a little bit of brie, but you don't need.
Fancy?
I know.
Okay.
We're fancy, but you don't really have to have that.
All right. Fantastic.
Okay?
So
let's
do you want
get
to slice
started.
the apples?
Yes, or you could do the honey squiggles if you want.
I can do whatever.
So we just need 6 kind of.
You do the honey squiggle because I want to make sure I'm not.
You want to slice that apple very thin?
Well, no, I'm just making sure I'm not, doing it wrong. So.
Okay. All right. So she's gonna, and you want to slice it pretty thin.
Okay.
So thin slices. Look at you go there.
Nope.
Okay. And I am going to just put 6 squiggles of honey down here.
Okay.
And this is just on a piece of parchment, so then cleanup is super easy.
All right. That
And
way
like
you're
I
not
said, hot
scraping
honey.
off
I
the,
did notice, off your pan. I did notice at the store that they have extra spicy hot honey, but I think this is perfect.
Can I request that we get a new knife for
Do we need
today?
new knives? All right. Just do. No, not yet. Hold on.
Sorry.
Do your best. Do your best. Okay.
Stop.
That's fine. So you just want to spread it a little bit.
I'll just keep. Okay.
Like
spread
this.
it around. All right.
Yep. So we're just going to spread it and see how easy this is. Your kids could also help with this.
Yeah. Oh, they could help with this. I'll do the cutting.
Okay. Now we're ready for the apple slices.
Okay.
And so you're just going to kind of. You're just going to kind of go like this.
I don't think I cut them.
Here.
I don't think I cut them thin enough.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, if you don't cut them thin, it's going to take longer to bake. So just.
So give it just a little bit of extra time.
Okay.
And then we're just going to do that here. And you could also do this with pear.
Or peaches.
Yeah, peaches would have a lot of water, so that you have to make sure they're real dry.
Yeah, you could just make sure.
But I think like a pear would also go really well.
A pear would be nice.
Also a pear. Okay, so we would cover this with the apples.
Okay.
And then I like a little bit more honey, so I might squirt a tiny bit more honey in there. And then I also like cheese, but you sometimes like to be without the cheese, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think these are great because you could make them sweet or savory.
Yeah.
So we had initially, when I first found this thing, what is this? This recipe.
Reel. This recipe.
This recipe reel.
What you speak.
It was just the apples. And then just yesterday, as I was scrolling through the Insta-webs, I've been seeing these everywhere. And then that time they added the brie.
So they elevated it,
So they elevate. Every time it goes through the Insta-webs and comes back out again, it gets elevated a little bit more.
So a little bit more honey here.
Yes, ma'am.
And you would do the same thing here if we were really making it. We're going to make just a few right here. Perfect. And so now you just take your piece of puff pastry, and I cut this in one sheet into 6 of these. If you wanted huge tarts, you could go just 4.
All right.
And so you're going to go like that. And if you would just kind of press it and seal it, you can do that with a fork.
All right, so you want to press it down.
Oops. Yep, and I'm going to do the same thing
And then it makes it look pretty and fancy.
Pretty, and also you want to try to kind of keep in.
You want to keep in the thing as well.
All the juices and. So you kind of use a fork to press it down.
Well,
there you go. And then the last thing, if you want to do that, is this is just a little bit of an egg wash.
Okay, and what is the egg wash do, Suzie?
And that's just going to give it a little bit of a shine, because you're going to see over there when we eat.
Okay, so this one got...
Yeah, see how easy this is, though? You could easily do this with your kids. You know what else would be delicious?
Yeah.
A little bit of chocolate drizzled inside.
Ooh, that would be fun.
A little Nutella.
Rebecca was just asking in my ear, do you need to poke holes in the top?
You don't, because there's a lot of air that's going to get in underneath
On the
there.
sides.
You're totally fine, yeah.
Okay.
Like a regular pie, right? You'd want to do that. All right. And then you're going to bake those in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. And then you can eat them. Look how pretty they are.
They're really good.
Yeah, and so simple. You could just make these right when guests come, like disassemble and put them in the oven or right after dinner.
Oh my God, that hot honey is hot, but
Good thing I didn't get the super spicy.
the parchment paper is really key though.
Yeah.
Whew. All right.
Good.
That's got some spice to it.
All right. Just use regular honey then.
Yeah, just use regular honey, I would suggest for you.
Something.
Something.
Spice.
All right. Well,